Yo, what is up? I blame Go16. Lovely to have you. Professional Fint Maxer. Always love to have you. Yo, Chad. Bro, what's up? Javier888, welcome. Hi, yo. What is up, everybody? Today I'm just going to be doing a little Q&A. You know, I missed you guys. Hey, can you help me with morphing the face? It's morphing time, absolutely. Hey, what's up, bro? Keep up what you're doing. Bro, no other option. My goat, you are my goat, sir. I appreciate you. How much sodium is good per day? Typically about 4 grams. It's typically a good amount depending on your activity level. Nice sword, bro. Thanks. There's a lot of history with that sword, believe it or not. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, man. Honestly, I'm doing phenomenal. Excited to get to do a little session with you guys. Got 31 people here already. I love it. How do I lose belly fat? Great question. There's actually some pretty interesting technology that's come out lately to where you can remove fat cells without surgery. I know it sounds crazy, but you can literally just remove the fat cells. It gets flushed down through your lymphatic drainage system. I'm going to be making a video on it very soon, but it's a way for you to actually target belly fat, which was thought to be impossible until recently. I literally just heard about this, and I'm pretty excited to try it myself. But until you do that technique, in the meantime, you can just go with overall body fat loss. Your 101 body fat loss basics, calorie deficit, workout, resistance train, build some lean mass, increase your BMR, eat right, make sure your gut microbiome isn't cooked so you can actually metabolize your food correctly, so on and so forth. We got quite a few questions already rolling in. Let me speed up real quick. Question, bro. I've been trying the diet you recommended for about a month now, but I've stalled completely for about a week. Great question, Zach. So it's always good to implement some leptin resets. So basically a fancy way of saying a quote unquote cheat day. That doesn't mean eat foods that are terrible. It just means eat a little bit more, right? Maybe you're in a really severe caloric deficit. Have one day where you eat in a surplus and then go back to the deficit. It's going to help make sure you keep your metabolism faster. Your body's very smart. It's going to want to adapt to your new diet. And once it adapts, there's no reason for it to change anymore. So you got to throw some stuff at it, like a very high caloric day, a fasted day, right? You can make it to where your body's a little bit more metabolistically, that's not even a word, but you can make your metabolism more flexible, okay? Help it rev up. Basically fuel the fire. Have a day where you eat, 3,500 calories, 4,000 calories of clean, healthy food. It's going to give you a ton of energy the next day. And sometimes you might even hop on the scale the next day a little bit lighter, okay? So keep up the great work, bro. Congratulations, man. How should I glow up at 14? Bro is 14, looking to glow up. Well, it's probably the best time ever to glow up, actually. Just your basic stuff, man. It's going to be nutrition, diet, exercise, taking care of yourself, proper hygiene, proper myofunctional therapy basics, making sure you're mewing, making sure you're nose breathing, you're not sleeping on your face. All of those things put together is going to be a huge game changer. And by the time, you're going to be fully developed, it's going to be fully developed correctly. And bro, you're going to be looking extra handsome, I already know. Let's see. Good morning. It's a morning somewhere. My first question is oval. Am I cooked? If your face shape is oval, the great thing about face shape being oval is you can just make it into a diamond shape by growing this. You grow that, it turns this very rounded look into more angular, okay? Just grow your masseters out and lose some body fat, let those cheekbones pop out. And I think you're going to be doing really, really well for yourself. Let's see. For all the people that are really young, like I got someone here 15 years old, 14 years old, 3 things: nutrition, exercise, and your myofunctional therapy basics, okay? It's gonna be 5 things. Mew, keep your lips sealed, nose breathe, swallow correctly, chew correctly. You do those 5 things, and then the other 2 things, you're gonna be able to develop properly and maximize your potential 100% naturally, okay? Let's see, just diet and sleep. Yeah, it's a good number 4, which really probably should have been number 1, is get enough sleep, please. It's so important. Yesterday I used castor oil for the first time in my hair, and then I realized it was going to be a hell to wash it out, and I had to wake up 40 minutes earlier. Oh, that's tough. So yeah, you don't really want to leave too much of it in there, okay? It's very thick, it's very viscous, okay? If you put it in your hair, it will stay there until you wash it out, unless you put a very small amount just on the very tips of your fingers, and you make sure to rub it through your scalp. But yeah, what I would recommend is doing that, let it sit for 30 minutes and shower after 30 minutes, okay? Is it over if I'm 21? I would say the majority of my before pictures that you guys see are all me 21 or later, okay? So, no, I didn't puberty max like maybe some other people. It's all actual looks maxing methods that I share, the biohacking and so on and so forth. To get those results, you can still get them past 21. Okay, I got you guys. Vamos a ver. Let's see. Good morning. Okay, good morning, gang. We got a lot of people. It's morning right now. Good morning to all the people. It's morning. Good evening. Good night. All that good stuff. I blame Ghost is trying to help me out here. I'm a little bit slow apparently. What's your recommendation of sodium to potassium? I'm guessing kind of like a ratio, right? And so if you look at the amount of potassium you eat versus the sodium, if you eat them in equal parts, it's probably going to be largely okay. Like if you eat the same amount of sodium as you do your potassium, just know that it's going to be less of a daily value. Typically, if you look at the label, it'll say, oh, this is only 8% of your daily potassium. And then it's going to be like 18 to 28% of your total sodium, right? If you go by the same amount of grams. So just be aware of that. But if you do an equal 1-to-1 ratio, that's certainly not a bad way to go. I got you, Zach. Keep up the great work, bro. Keep up the great work. How to change eye area right here. Ready? So you're here. Pretty easy. And then instead of doing the UUDD, just go, don't raise your eyebrows. Just look up, squint, look forward, and then relax. Boom. Locked in. You do those 2 things. How many? I guess I need to be a little bit more specific, right? So if you're here, you go up slightly. I don't like to squeeze too much farther down because watch, ready? All of a sudden I'm activating this muscle right here. Okay, I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm going up and out, and I'm just about to bring my eyelids together, but I'm not. Just training those oculus muscles on the side, not training my frontalis muscle. You can do that. 3 sets of 15 is always a great way to go. You can do it in the morning, you can do it at night, you can do it both. And then of course doing just the up, down, down, and then kind of you're locked in. One more, we'll make it 3 things, is one of my favorite eye exercises. So basically, you're just going to be looking as far as you can to the left. So I'm looking into the left corner of my vision for 10 seconds, the right corner of my vision for 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna do that 3 times. And then I'm gonna go up and to the left, up and to the right, and then I'm gonna go up for 10, and then I'm gonna go around 3 times. Okay, and then I'm gonna go around the other way 3 times, and then you're gonna close your eyes. Really try to squeeze them shut with just your oculus muscles. If you use a little bit of the frontalis, in this case, it's probably gonna be okay. And then you open them up and you relax, and it's gonna help you lock in your eyes as well. Perfect. What's your opinion on sprints to DHT? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of sprints, mostly just because of my knee injuries, and it's just a lot of pressure on my joints. I'd rather do other methods personally, like a sauna method, even like doing a cold plunge. Okay, there's a lot more, I think, better things for me personally than to just do a bunch of sprints. But hey, if you have the health, you're not overweight, you're not going to be putting a bunch of stress on your joints, absolutely, do the sprints, man. Sprints would be fun. If you enjoy doing it, do it. If you don't enjoy doing it, then you're probably not going to stick with it long enough to see results anyway, so you might as well not do it. Let's see. Does gym stop height? No. That's something that I think was a big deal, like back whenever I was younger. Everyone was like, no, you're going to ruin your height gains in the gym. And it's simply just not the case. There's really no scientific evidence to support that. So bros who are short, you might as well get started in the gym anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's not going to affect it. I would argue that if trained correctly and as long as you're getting enough sleep, it could actually benefit you in the long run when it comes to your height. So yeah, don't be afraid of going to the gym, guys. Please. Just be safe. To get hunter eyes, you can try bro predicted the future. Yo, Mike, what's up? Let's see, does emu oil work? Yes, emu oil works, castor oil works. And then for the bros who are afraid of their hairline receding, then the rosemary oil is the way to go because of its DHT blocking effects. You can apply all of those topically. Okay, all of those topically. Let's see. How to fix jaw asymmetry. I know I made a video on this recently, but yeah, it basically comes down to a few different things. One, I would say sometimes just one side is just going to be stretched out or tighter than the other. Maybe you chew a little bit more on the left side than you do the right side, and so that muscle is going to be more contracted. And whenever it's more contracted, it's going to pull up, right? It's going to come up this way, and it's going to cause your face to look a little jacked up, okay? So in that case, you can do some stretches. You can grab here, pull this way, grab here, pull this way. A lot of times you're going to realize, wow, one side is a lot more, is a lot tighter than the other one. And so just make sure you do sets of 10 seconds stretching it until they even out. Usually takes maybe 2 or 3 times. And then once they even out and they feel equally stretched, then look at yourself and you can probably realize that that handled probably most of it. It was just that you had some tight muscles. That in combination with doing some lymphatic drainage, doing a gua sha massage, making sure you're training your face one side at a time, not just both sides at the same time. All those things together make a really big difference. So do all of those things. But first and foremost, the thing that's going to help you out the fastest and the quickest is just stretching out your muscles, right? You're using them all day. If you're me, you're yapping a lot, you're eating a lot, okay? So those muscles are always constantly being used. And more likely than not, you're going to have one side that's a little bit more stressed, a little bit more contracted, tighter than the other. So just stretch it out. Great question. Let's see. My eyebrows are cooked. Bro, you're going to be okay, I promise you. The best thing I can give you as far as for eyebrows, I mean, I don't have the thickest eyebrows either, boys, so it's going to be okay. But basically what you can do is apply the castor oil or emu oil. If you use both, you just want to like stack them. I don't think they are a stackable ability, but put the castor oil over the emu oil. You can always put castor oil over any other oil and it's going to help lock it in because of its properties, okay? And then you can use the oil and you can actually shape your eyebrows into a positive tilt. And over time, it's going to help your eyebrows slowly grow the direction you want them to by training the hair to grow the right way. And plus, it's just going to look thicker too. And then you do those things and you combine this right here. One second. combine some Aquaphor over the top of it, seal it in, and it just helps your eyebrows look so much thicker if you add some Aquaphor, some Vaseline, right, over the top of it. Sweet. Perfect. Have you tried thumb pulling, and at what age? Yeah, I tried it this year actually, to see if I could still get results from it, and I did. So it didn't take that long, especially if you guys do it for a couple of weeks. I would say give it 14 days consistently, doing it pretty intensely, right, with the proper form, proper technique. 3-4 sets of 30 seconds to a minute at night before you go to bed, in the morning whenever you wake up. It's going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference if you do it correctly and if it's possible. You'll know within 14 days if it's possible. Just take some before pictures and then track your progress. Grab a tortilla. You can bite the tortilla, measure the distance between your molars, and then that's going to be your starting point. Do it for 14 days. If you don't see any progress within 14 days, like at all in the pictures or in the tortilla, then not saying you can't get results, but it's just going to take you a long time. So you just got to adjust your expectations for that. Or hey, you go up a dime or two, a couple of millimeters, right? And you're seeing a difference in the mirror, then yeah, that's your green light to keep going. Let's see. It's 1 a.m. Good morning, I guess. Very, very much a morning. Yo. Hopefully I answered the question of the jaw asymmetry at this point. Welcome everybody that's here. I'm so happy you guys are here. What's good, bro? Micah, welcome, bro. Hello, my right side cheekbone eye is higher than the left side, is wider. Also, right jaw pops when closing, 20 years old. What can I do to fix myself? And also chin tucks hurt upper back, lower back. All right, so it looks like we got a bit of a situation here. We got a lot of moving parts. This is gonna be like solving a Rubik's Cube, but instead of a Rubik's Cube, it's my boy's skull. So how are we gonna get this all situated? So let's start with the basics. First things first, man, if you're having upper back or neck pain, that could be just because you're dehydrated. So I would make sure you're hydrated. And then also, I would incorporate some stretches, even some PT exercises for your upper back and your lower neck. Get a resistance band. You can do some of them that don't require any equipment. Just look it up, like, hey, what are some great exercises for some PT, for some recovery, for my posture, and then pick a few that are your favorite and just keep doing those until that goes away, okay? You gotta understand that all of those things can attribute to this, and this can also attribute to all of those things, okay? Your body's one unit, it's connected, right? So doing that, doing some core exercises to make your core stronger, training the PT exercises here, making sure that you're hydrated, that's gonna solve a lot of that issue. When it comes to your right jaw popping, that could just, sounds like some TMJ, right? Some tendonitis. So what I would do is really be careful when you're chewing, not trying to like chomp like this. So like doing small, controlled, and actually just feel your muscle here, right? You got some pretty giant muscles here. Hopefully your masseters. They're called masseters for a reason, guys. It's about as massive as the low taper fade meme. But yeah, you're gonna be here, just making sure you're squeezing the muscle, you're contracting the muscle here, and you're not just feeling it like way up here or like back here where there's not really a whole lot of muscle there. You're just gonna be using your tendons, and that could cause additional TMJ, okay? And then with the right cheekbone eye higher than the other, that's gonna be a bit more of a challenge. It could just be incorrect tongue posture. I know you're 20 years old, but I would make sure whenever you're mewing, you're pressing up equally across your entire palate, okay? And then also, nothing wrong with doing some zygote pushing as well, and coupled with some thumb pulling. You can do both of those things, as long as you're prioritizing the basics first, like the PT exercises, the stretches, all of those things. And then once you're getting that down, you're hydrating yourself, you're alleviating some of that pain, right now your jaw, it's not really pain, it's just some tendonitis, okay? So you want to start with what's painful, make sure you get rid of that. It's your body actively telling you you're doing something wrong. It's what pain is, okay? It's like something's wrong here. Fix that, then make sure you can go into fixing this immediately by just changing how big your bites are. And then also here, zygo pushing here, and then also doing the thumb pulling there. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question, brother. You got this, man. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna need that sword, bro. Okay, bro, you gotta come and get it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this one right here, it's a full sword reveal. It's not a small sword, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold it right here for a minute. Chilling. Okay. Brutal. Thoughts on Stickley calling out Oscar Patel. That's great. We got to get the boxing match on pay-per-view. I will, if they get a boxing match, I will personally fly to where they're going to have it, and then be ready to, whoever wins, which, who's going to win in a boxing match? Oscar Patel or Baby Stickley? I think Oscar's going to win. I think Oscar would win. Okay. I know it sounds crazy. I think Oscar, he keeps it pretty low key. He's pretty chill. He's pretty low energy typically, right? But I think he's got that killer instinct. I think he does. But if let's say that happens, I will personally be there ready to call out the next person for fighting the winner. So you guys stay tuned for that. It should be interesting. What do you think about bone smashing? Guys, please don't bone smash. It's, it works, but don't do it. Don't do it. You can do what you wish with that information, but I do not do it. Probably most looks maxers don't do it. It's just not worth it. Perfect. How can I fix my skin after I started the gym and it's been going crazy? Bro's been test maxing and getting the higher testosterone side effects. No, it could be, like I said, just elevated testosterone. It could be that you're just sweaty, bro, and you're not showering, you're not cleaning yourself, you're not exfoliating. Maybe you're just taking more showers and you don't have a water filter on your shower head. There's so many things that can contribute to that. But regardless of what it is, I would just see what else changed apart from going to the gym. Like I said, did you start showering more? Did your diet change? Have you started different supplementation? Take into consideration all of those things. Are you staying more hydrated since you're in the gym? There's all these different things that can contribute to your skin being a little bit different. So with that being said, I can't tell you exactly what it is, but just kind of take that mental note, what's different, and then narrow it down to kind of the side effects of bad skin, like dehydration, not having a shower filter, right? All these different things. Perfect. Do you do any martial? Let's see. I did some jiu-jitsu for 3 months. It was pretty fun. And then I started traveling, and so I had to cancel it, unfortunately. But 100,000 followers. You guys might have to see me on the mats. Okay, you guys might have to see me going in there practicing my jiu-jitsu. Okay. Awesome. Can I thumb pull whilst? Man, it is Shakespeare. Can I thumb pull whilst wearing top teeth retainer at night? Great question. So your teeth and your palate are going to be a little bit different. But if you already have a retainer, what I would do is just next time that you see your orthodontist, as long as it's within a reasonable amount of time, ask them what they feel about you getting palate expanders, or I would just say, hey doc, what are your thoughts about me getting palate expanders? And they're going to tell you one of two things. They're going to say, oh, actually, you have a great sized palate. There would be no reason for you to do so. Or they'll say, yeah, I mean, it looks like maybe that could be an option for you. they'll kind of be able to tell you based on their answer whether or not you actually need to. Okay, so you can always just ask, see what they say. Just know that it is your doctor's job to, and your dentist's job to sell you stuff. So be aware of that. But they should be able to give you an answer just because they're literally the ones inside your mouth. Okay, looking around. They'll be, and that's what they do for a living. So they're going to be able to take a look around in there and see what would be the best course of action for you. So if you're already wearing a retainer, next appointment you have at the dental office, just run the question by and see what they say. I would rather recommend castor oil. Yeah, personally, that's what I use. I don't use emu oil, but nothing against it. But yeah, I prefer castor oil for sure. Let's see. Javion recommends methylene blue. Javion is the GOAT. I would listen to him. Let's see. Oh, let's see here, guys. Tell me how I got the halo cheeks. Bro's got the halo cheeks. He's got the Master Chief cheeks. That's crazy. So when it comes to hollowing this out, it really comes down to a few things. 1, losing body fat. 2, lymphatic drainage. And 3, facial development, right? If you don't have any zygo bones, you don't have any masseters, you're not going to be very hollow here. It's just going to look kind of flat and sad. So make sure your facial development is on point. Don't be afraid to train some of these muscles here, okay? And then the next thing is going to be, like I said, lymphatic drainage. You can do the zygote pushing, you can do the gua sha. All of those things work. And as long as you're close to single digit body fat, you're going to be having some pretty aesthetic facial features. Let's see. Baby Stickley says thumb pulling doesn't work. Let me do one of those. There we go. Let's see. Halo cheeks like the game. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Let's see. Bro, I don't know how to do mewing. And with all the research I have done and all the house I dedicated, bro took out a second mortgage to figure out how to mew. This guy's dedicated. When I do it, I do ya-s all the time. Why is that? That's a great question, bro. So when it comes to mewing correctly, there's a couple different ways you can make sure you're doing it correctly. One is you can just say any word that ends with ing, and then on the ing, wherever your tongue is, kind of like in the back part of your palate, you hold it there, and then you bring the rest of your tongue up. So you could say something like king, and then you bring your tongue all the way up. Or you can just swallow with proper swallowing techniques. 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. You swallow, then you swallow, and then you swallow. And then after all of those times, your tongue might even be stuck to the roof of your mouth. That would be ideal. And that's going to make sure that you're mewing correctly, brother. Please repeat, bro, tell me how to fix jaw asymmetry. Here we go. So, first things first, you probably have some tight muscles here. Stretch them out. Here, hold it for 10 seconds. Here, hold it for 10 seconds. Okay? And then you just keep doing it for 10 seconds until they even out. Okay? Because usually one side is going to be tighter than the other. And then you just keep doing it for 10 seconds until they're even. Usually takes about 2 or 3 times. Okay? You do that. You also train each side of your face independently. So you can train your eye here, and then you can train your eye over here. You can train this side of the jaw, chew this side, then chew on this side. Do those things as well. And then also just some lymphatic drainage. Sometimes for me, I actually get more lymphatic fluid back here on the left side of my face than my right. So I don't know why that is, but usually I do a gua sha. I do some zygote pushing, I do any of those things, and then it's gonna help even out the way it looks just because I got less fluid in one side of my face. So you can do all of those things, put those things together, and you're gonna be able to see some really good results. Awesome. Thumb pulling, is it legit? I did it just so I could see results to make sure for you guys. I would say most of my before and afters, I hadn't done it yet. Obviously, my most recent photos, excuse me, I have used it, but it really did help with this. It was more my more growth forward for sure. So yeah, I mean, for me, I saw results. Everyone's different, I guess, but to say it doesn't work would be pretty silly. All right, Kenneth Gagner. What is up, brother? I quit using skincare and only use icing my face. My skin is pretty cooked. Oh no. And I'm wondering the best serums and cleansers that will help my skin become more clear without losing testosterone. Great question. I would say anything that you do, just make sure that it is natural. Make sure it is going to be something that you would eat. If you wouldn't eat it, then just don't put it on your face because your skin's going to absorb it. Your body's going to absorb it regardless. So when it comes to icing, icing is good. It can be a good tool, especially for your under eyes. It's going to help bring those blood vessels that are more visible towards that thinner layer of skin right under your eyes. That's what dark circles are usually, is just that those blood vessels are going to be closer to the skin. Your skin is thinner there, so you're able to see it. Okay, so that's a good place to ice, just to bring those, or rather have those blood vessels kind of recede a little bit. A caffeine serum also works for that. But when it comes to just overall skincare, excuse me, I would use something like vitamin E, cocoa butter, vitamin C. I would use all those things that maybe people would take as a supplementation and you could just use that on your face, okay? I like to keep it as minimalistic as possible. I personally don't use anything other than a vitamin C serum and oils like coconut oil, castor oil, rosemary oil for the scalp, so on and so forth. Awesome, guys. Cheek. Let's see. Brothers, height mogging everyone here. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for helping us. Like this, you truly are a lifesaver. Appreciate that, brother. I'm happy that you're here. To everyone, I'm really glad I can finally make a change and stop being cooked. Guys, am I taking Oscar Patel's Cooked? Am I taking that? No, I'm just kidding. You can have it. You're a legend, bro. Bro, I have high cheekbones, W, but I think that I can still grow them like I did with forward growth, like you saw the difference in 1 month. Very impressive. Do you have any advice for how to grow them? Yeah, I mean, the thumb pulling did work for me. Get them more pronounced with zygo pushing with gua sha, and then just lose body fat, bro. If you've already got really good cheekbones, then you can just show them off by losing some body fat. Bro, tell me about those halo cheeks. Oh man. Bros Chad, let's go. Let's see. Instead of bone smashing, do things like hard mewing, use jaw trainers, and also implement some NPR. Great advice, Micah. The Messiah jump. Bro is doing the Messiah jump. The Messiah jump, does it work? I have no reason to believe that it does work. Okay? It seems like some short people coping by bouncing around. But I could be wrong. Probably something I would have tried when I was younger. But I personally haven't tried it. I couldn't tell you. Let's see, guys. Teddy, what is up, brother? Can I fix an underbite? Yeah, I mean, everyone we should have a natural underbite a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, guys, I got a little bit more time here. Okay. Excuse me. Does chewing make your face wider? If you mean like your lower jaw wider? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. MYO is the answer to an underbite. Also add mandible pulling. There you go. You got the answer. Low taper fade. It's still massive, guys. It's still massive. I'm scrolling down to the very bottom here. I'm so sorry. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all your questions. Let's see. Oh. I almost misclicked and banned someone for life. I am so sorry. Thankfully, I did not. I almost pulled a queso. Messiah jump is actually peak. Okay, I might be wrong. Guys, listen to Micah. Messiah jump on top. There you go. Guys, that's all the proof you could ever need. I am Luke Gerard. Oh my gosh, you are the coolest. My fave brother ever. You are, in fact, the coolest. Luke, I appreciate you. Got the character development. Exactly. Let me make sure. Let's see. Go listen to your tips. I got fumbled by a girl recently. I need to glow up. Bro, I can't let my bros be fumbling like that. It's embarrassing. I can't let that happen. Don't worry, bro. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. Perfect. What do you think about Oscar pushing thumb pulling really hard? I mean, yeah, it's something that's unique and controversial, and so it's only going to help him out, man. I don't blame him. I mean, it's like one of my highest viewed YouTube videos is talking about how to thumb pull correctly, so I can't even judge. But yeah, thumb pulling, this is literally what I did. So quick recap. Pretty simple. Here. I use very similar to the method that Oscar implements actually, where I'm going up here, doing a chin tuck. I do it for 3 to 4 sets for 30 seconds to a minute each, 3 times a day. And yeah, I did that for about 2 weeks. Saw some pretty impressive results. Enough for me to want to stop because I was like, I'm gonna jack up my facial symmetry if I go too hard. So, but yeah, that's what I did. Like I said, I saw results. You can do it for yourself to see if you get results. It's not really too much of a time investment. I guess the big thing that I did differently too was I added hard mewing throughout the process. So I was doing some hard mewing. The hard mewing, I think, helped me see results a little bit faster by coupling those two things together. Okay? Perfect. Let me answer one more question, guys. You guys are all amazing. Collagen and calcium are peak. Just make sure you're supplementing some vitamin K2 for the calcium so you're not going to be getting any kidney stones. Pro tip. How to get more attractive eyes? Well, I would say attractive eyes are pretty subjective. It depends on what you're looking to achieve. If you're wanting to get less upper eyelid exposure, the biggest things for me was doing the sauna protocol, okay? It helped me develop some bigger brow ridge. So that way I got a little bit more covering here. That thicker eyebrows. So real, kidney stones are geeked, facts. So yeah, you're gonna be able to apply the things like the castor oil. Gonna be making sure you're training your eyebrows up the right direction. Curl your eyelashes, okay? You can just use your fingers right here. Curl them. It's gonna add to the way they look. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos of people shaving off their eyelashes. It really kind of makes me irritated every time I see that. It's like, you're actively ruining your appeal, okay? Please don't do that, okay? Please, in fact, come in here, Get some nice curl action going on. If you're going to apply castor oil on your eyelashes, just make sure you put them in a way to where it doesn't get in your eye. That would hurt very bad. I've done it before. Very not good for you. And then, yeah, apart from that, just train the eyes here, okay? Through the exercise that I mentioned earlier. That's going to help you just get more of a positive tilt to the eye, getting a positive tilt to the eyebrows, having curled eyelashes, and making sure that your diet's clean and you're hydrated so you don't have a bunch of like bloodshot eyes. So, yeah, awesome. Well, each and every one of you guys are amazing. I'm about to head out for just a little bit. I might go live again later. Probably not tonight, but later this week. So guys, stay live. Each and every one of you are amazing. Can you change your brow ridge without surgery? Yes. Check the YouTube link in bio. I made a whole video about how I use the sauna to get more bone density in my face here and in the brow ridge. So yeah, each and every one of you guys are incredible. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. 20K, almost at 20K, guys. That's pretty awesome. You guys are amazing. Take care. Good night, good morning, good evening. Goodbye.